Hi, fellow traders. What's happening? I hope you guys had a great day today. I'm running very late today. Had a lot of stuff going on. I'm getting this video out, but I don't want to back up too many days. Today, I just traded way too many stocks, well, more stocks than I normally trade. So it's gonna take a little bit more time, but um, all in all, the market is just not really inviting right now. It's just not. And if you're a scalper, you're doing good if you know what you're doing. But I don't like scalping. That's just not who I am. And I like the larger trend type trades. And with the market being in flux, we're just not getting them, and we're not getting the follow through and the moves. So basically, what I'm doing is just marking time. I have to stay in the market. I have to stay engaged. And, I know I'm not going to make as much, but I can't lose touch or lose, contact with the market. I got to stay engaged. Now, yeah, there are other strategies that I trade in larger accounts that are more intuitive, but you have to grow to that point. And I do teach. I do have several traders that I do teach those to. We do work very closely together on that, but they have grown. They've been with me probably since my warrior trading days, and they've grown to that point. But you got to get there, and in order to get there, you got to have a vision. Okay, so and that's why I put this up: vision, versus survival. Because if you look at these pictures on the right, I may not look like I'm in survival mode, but I am. At that time in my life, I wasn't just living from paycheck to paycheck. I was floating from paycheck to paycheck. And I was just surviving. And my main focus was to make sure that I could provide everything that I needed for my family, no matter what was going on, so that my family would be comfortable and not feel any stress or anything from week to week. That was my whole focus, and it was just surviving and trying to make sure my family was comfortable. But when you're in survival mode, you really can't make money. You can't build wealth because that your mind is not on that. And most people think making money is just about making money, but it's not. It's about a vision. If you're gonna be, and build a kind of wealth, the generational wealth that can change your life, you're gonna have to work from a vision and not from survival. And the picture on the left is me when I transformed and I started working from a vision. And the guy on the right never would have envisioned sitting in this beautiful villa overlooking this beautiful Caribbean Ocean. I never would have envisioned that. I never thought it was possible when I was living in that survival mode. But and that's how it happens to us in our trading. When we're in survival mode in our trading, we're just trying to make it from week to week. We're not trading with a vision. That's why I don't recommend having daily goals. I don't recommend having weekly goals or trying to hit any kind of goal. That's why my recommendation is that you come in and you trade whatever the market is giving you. Okay, your vision coming in has to be, I want to take advantage of every opportunity the market is going to give me today. Not, I want to make $200 a day, or I want to make $1,000 a day. I want to make, all this other money a day or a week or whatever. Because at that point, you're not operating from a vision. And so it's very, very important that when you come in every day, you're focused on, let's try to take what the market is going to give us. Now, obviously, we look for larger moves. We look for bigger moves that we can make money on. We do that. But it's the big picture, and it's not just trying to make it from day to day, week to week, month to month. That's not what we see. So when you think about vision, you go into it, what do you want? And then what's it going to take, for you to get there? And your vision could be just coming in the market every day, maximizing your potential. And then what's it going to take for you to get there? But you got to have a vision bigger than just this money. It's about, my vision now is about, living the rest of my life once I get my son through school on the beach. Not living down the street walking to the beach. I'm talking about living on the beach. That's my vision. And having my whole family with me. And having a place where they could come, and experience this as well. I have a vision of being able to provide everything that my family needs, that my kids need, for them not to have to pay to go to school, and so that they could pass on what I'm sharing with them, to their kids. It's the vision is bigger than me. Is bigger than money. And I just watched the 2 movies they made about Steve Jobs, and we're looking at Steve Jobs. I mean, when he passed away, he was wildly rich. I mean, very wealthy. But to get there, he had a vision, and it wasn't about making money. He didn't care about money. His vision was to put a personal computer in, every household in the world, basically. Well, I guess it was the United States at first, but, it got bigger than that. Because think about in the 60s, computers existed. But if you tried to buy a computer and bring it home, it would take up your whole house. This is how big they were. So he had a vision of putting it in households. What's his name? I was just looking at him tonight too. The Microsoft guy. I can't believe I drew a blank. But, he had the same vision. It's the vision that drives these guys. Any wildly successful person is going to tell you it was never about the money. It was always about the vision. So we have to bring that mindset into our trading in order for us to be successful. So really quick, we can look at the SPY. Remember yesterday we were talking about, I was looking for it hopefully to open above this 5 and above that 240. Now I don't have the line drawn here because this is the red to green line. This was yesterday's close price. So this line pretty much represents what I was looking for this to open above and confirm going into today. Well, you can see this is the candle that we got. We didn't confirm it. We're still in somewhat of an uptrend, but the this stock stays under the 5 and not being able to claim this 323.40 level here, the more I'm gonna look for this thing to just come back in. So the swing trades we're in are pretty much flat. They're not moving much anymore. They're just kind of hanging around with the market. You know, this evening the market started selling off later in the session, and it's just continuing to go down. Now the Fed announcement is tomorrow. I don't know what that's going to do, but you know, the bears seem to be serious this time. So, you know, we'll see if the bulls are gonna rally tomorrow. But, you know, I have no idea where we're gonna go. You know, at this point, I just don't know. It can go either way. It's a 50-50 shot. We just have to be ready depending on which way the market goes. But when the market is trading sideways like this, it makes it really difficult to catch good trending trades. All right, so first trade out of the gate, RTRX. And I know. And I was talking about this when this was happening. You know, I even mentioned it. You know, we had this huge candle. I never trade the opening range breakout or breakdown after a huge candle like this. But for some reason today, I convinced myself to take it. And I took it. And you can see what happened. That stopped out. Came back down. So this time, I'm going to wait for confirmation. Waited for this candle to close. And then the next candle to make a lower low. Confirmed the move. I got in. Did not get to my first target. It started to work, but it found the bottom and got stopped out again. Twice on the same stock. Now, you know, I like to stick with one stock all day. I don't like to switch up and all of that. So, you know, that's what happened with this one. So, then we looked at MMM. This one, again, had the big candle. Seemed like every stock had the huge opening candle, which should really null and void any opening trades I take. It should do that. And I don't take anything out until after 10 o'clock. But this one set up. We broke below. Of course, it took me a couple minutes to decide to take this. So I get in. This candle opens. We start to make a move. This is my target here, 154. We start to make a move. We run into a brick wall in the middle of nowhere, and it gets shot back up and stops me out. Now at this point, I'm highly frustrated because here, you know, good setups, solid setups, but all fail. I mean, just flat fail, you know, for no reason at all. And it doesn't have to have a reason to fail. And we don't need to go looking for reasons every time something fails. But, you know, after 3 strikes, then you really get frustrated. So we gave it one more shot. And this PII, we were 5-minute opening range breakout. So again, big, everything on our watch list put in this huge first 5-minute candle. It doesn't do this all the time. And yeah, I could have taken this on a 1-minute or a 2-minute or even a 3-minute chart and probably made some money on it. But that's not me. That's not my style. I don't like trading on a 1-minute or 2-minute chart or whatever. So, you know, yeah, I just miss those and wait and try to catch what comes next. And this one again, we're after 10 o'clock, so everything is good. I take it on the break. Again, I'm thinking a little bit too long and give up about 20 cents. And you can see it just kind of hung around. It never did lose the opening range low. I'd practically given up on this thing and just put it on autopilot. And, finally we got the move here. It made a one wicked candle right up, hit my target. I took 2/3 off, and then it abruptly came back and stopped me out. And then this one pretty much was flat the rest of the day. But did make a couple bucks on PII and was happy with that. Then we get to BA. And I said BA was on my secondary watch. It's one that I was waiting for to take later in the day, and I jumped on it. We were in this channel here, and I kind of let it confirm, and I had enough room to trade it up to here. This was right on the edge of me considering myself scalping, but here we got to move up, and again, no follow through. Stop back out at break even. So, but made a couple of bucks back. 2 good trades in a row. No follow through, but was able to hit my first target after some stressful candles and a couple bad words. We made it. And then we look at Roku. This was the one that really brought us into the green today. I've explained the channels before, but if you are in the class tomorrow, what's tomorrow? Wednesday? Yeah, we have class tomorrow on Wednesday. So we'll be getting into the strategies, and if I have enough time, I'm going to talk about the channels, but these are really powerful, as you can see. Very powerful. You have to respect them. And, that's what I did here. I waited until we had a nice channel break, and we had nice room down to the lower day. So once we broke the channel, I got in. Now, I was a little aggressive. I didn't wait for confirmation. I could have waited for confirmation, still had a pretty decent trade. But I got in and, took profit at my first target and 2/3 off. And then I took half of what I had left off here and just kind of held the rest until the end of the day. So that was the best trade of the day. And these are the moves that I like to trade throughout the day. If I could get hooked up on one stock and trade it, like, let's say, I could have traded this opening range breakdown, locked into this, nailed it, and just waited until we came back and got into some clean air and then traded it again. I mean, this is what I like to do. I don't like to trade 5 stocks a day, 4 stocks a day. I don't like that. 1 or 2, and we're good. And if I get a afternoon's earnings trade, then I'll add that third one on. But this is the way to trade for me. This is it. So came out of the hole, only ended up with 69 bucks today, but you can see, I had the loss on RTX, 300 bucks, MMM, 227, but, decent. Roku was the big one. PII was okay. BA was just whatever. But you add them up, we came out of the hole. So I feel a lot better about my trading, and my mindset is good. And it just continues to prove to me that, hey, you just stick to what you do. The market may throw you for loops, but that's the nature of the beast. Stay consistent. Just stay consistent. Don't change it. And if you have a winning strategy, that's what you do. Now, somebody commented on one of the videos from last week about he's been trading this strategy for 4 years and he just forward tested it, and he lost money. And so, of course, if you have a losing strategy, I don't care what you do, it's not going to work. You got to make sure you have a winning strategy, and then you stick to it and be consistent with it. Because if you have a losing strategy and you're consistent with it, you're going to consistently lose, and that's not what we're looking for. Not bad. I feel really good that I didn't let the morning derail what I did. Stay disciplined and ended up getting the trade I was looking for. Now, just imagine, in my larger account, I wouldn't take 300 shares. I could take 500 shares. I could take 600 shares. I could double my position size and, in turn, double my returns. But it's the same trade. You have a little bit more money. You incur a little bit more risk because you have a larger position size. But that's what you have to look forward to. That should be your vision, is to gradually get to the point where you can trade with enough size that you can pull some good wins out. But you got to work to get there. It just takes a little bit of time. All right, so UPS, this was the earnings trade I sent out. I sent the email out, this, and then with the narrative, telling you what I'm looking for on UPS. I'm basically looking for it to do the same thing FedEx did, but with the market taking the hit it took today, I don't know. I'm gonna have to wait and see what this thing does at the open, where the market is. And that's the thing about swing trades. The market can kill you sometimes. You don't know what's gonna happen from one day to the next. That's the risk. But we'll see, because my Camping World trade is still doing good. We did pull back some. PayPal, I could be up $3 or $4, and then at the end of the day end up flat. I can be up $3 or $4 and then end up flat. So I don't know what to say about that stock right now. But it's all a product of the market and how it's trading. But we'll see tomorrow. Like I said, it's going to be an interesting week. So it hasn't let me down yet. So we'll see what tomorrow brings. So you guys have a great night, a great evening, and I will catch you tomorrow.